True Media. Hey, I was sitting up here thinking, right? And first of all, I want to say thanks to all the supporters, likes that people been showing my channel, subscribers, everybody who been commenting. And I appreciate y'all for all the support and reaching out. This thing can't work without y'all. So I appreciate y'all's support. But I want to talk to y'all today about how I miss growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s. I'm a 90s baby. And I miss that era. I feel like that was one of the best eras as kids if you grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s. Even for some of the people that grew up probably in like the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s, and the 80s. The era was different back then. Like, the food was different. The people was different. The music was different. The neighborhoods was different. It was more of a community, especially with black people. It was more unity in the community. Everything was different. You feel what I'm saying? And ever since we stepped into this age of social media and this new world, this modern world and this modern way of doing shit, it seemed like all the old traditions that we seen growing up, and even the music and all that shit, it just changed overnight. Like, it's nothing comparable now to the way we lived in the 1990s, the 80s, and the early 2000s. Like, I feel like, man, we had one of the best childhoods. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I really miss small things about that era, like waking up for school in the morning and going to everybody's house before we go to school. Like, we'd go over all our friends' house on the way to school to pick up everybody, like going door to door, like we'd wake up, get dressed, and then go to your friend's house next door, go to your friend's house two houses down from him, and we'd all walk to school together, man. And just kind of like, little things like that. I'd be thinking about stuff like that. Like, man, I miss that kind of stuff. Because it was an era of unity in the community. It was times where my mama didn't know where in the hell I was at. I used to be miles away from the house, bro. I'm talking about, long as you back in front of the house before the street lights was on, you good, you get a pass. But I used to be miles away from the house, man. Like, like doing all kind of shit outside, you know what I mean, with my friends and shit like that. And I just missed the era where everything was simple, everything was natural. It wasn't no complaining, it wasn't no depression. You didn't have to worry about, it was still crime, of course. It was still shit going on in the community. But for the most part, you knew exactly what was going on because it was so little of it, you feel me, going on when it come to crime. And I just miss growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, man. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like we had the best actors, the best movies. Shit, man. We had the best lifestyle, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the best music, the best musicians. I think the 90s in the early 2000s was really the golden era. Like, it was the golden era, like, far as the way we lived our lives, the way we did shit. You dig what I'm saying? Nowadays, people don't even want to socialize with you. People don't know how to speak. People don't even want to communicate with you. Everybody is isolated. Everybody have an independent way of thinking nowadays. It's really no more unity. It's really no more camaraderie. Like, like, I remember back then, dog, we used to have these family reunions and shit like that, and have picnics in the park and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And, everybody from the community would just join in and shit like that and had this huge barbecue and shit. You know what I'm talking about? And all the kids would be sitting around playing and shit with each other. And that's the kind of shit I don't see now today. I don't see, like, people in the community really getting together and shit and doing things together. You feel what I'm talking about? And it's kind of taken away from the natural order of things when it comes to how we deal with each other. You feel what I'm talking about? Like, everybody is isolated right now today. Everybody is in a state of depression because we too busy chasing money and we not chasing what makes us happy. And that's what I miss about back in the day. It's like we didn't have no worries about shit. We didn't have to worry about half the shit that people was worrying about today. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I remember I used to hang out and shit, watch all the OGs and shit, the real OGs back in my era, true OGs, real bosses and Max, you feel what I'm saying? Watch them do the dice game and shit, do they shit, you feel what I'm saying, hustle. And I used to always stick around the dice games and shit and the OGs because I knew I was going to have to make a store run. I knew they was going to ask, hey, youngster, go to the store. And I remember shit, sometimes when I used to stick around the dice games and shit from the OGs on the block, some of them used to give me like $20. Some of them used to give me like $10. Hey, youngster, go to the store, give me a water, man. Give me a pack of ho-hos and keep the change for yourself, man. I used to be getting banked up, bro. I used to walk away from the motherfucking dice game, from the dice game and shit by being around the OGs and being around the OGs in general. You feel me? I used to walk away with like $30, $40 in my pocket, bro, just by making store runs, bro. And I miss that shit, bro. And I think it's no more unity in the community, bro. We don't have no more real leaders. We don't have no more real OGs out here teaching the youngsters and shit like that how to live and how to conduct themselves. You know, it was a point back then where if you was doing bad or you was considered to be doing some shit you ain't supposed to be doing as a kid, you would get your ass whooped by one of the OGs on the block and they'll tell your mama about it. They gonna run your ass off the block. They gonna let you know it ain't okay to be selling drugs and shit. Nigga, you better stay in school and get your education. You feel what I'm saying? I grew up in that era. I grew up in the era where, you feel me, like, you know, going to jail and all that shit and toting pistols and shooting guns. That shit was that shit was looked down upon, bruh. The OGs back then, they wasn't having that shit. You wasn't about to be hanging out on the block, you feel what I'm saying, without a plan in life. You wasn't about to be hanging on the block, you feel what I'm saying, doing all the shit that's going to cause you to lose your life or lose your freedom. Like, they was going to check you about that shit. Young nigga, you better stay in jail. Young nigga, you better get your grades right, you feel me? They was them kind of OGs back then, but now it ain't really no OGs like that in the motherfucking hood on the block. And that's why I think a lot of the problems and a lot of the situations we got going on with the youth in the community is why it's like that, because they ain't got no guidance in life. They didn't have it like us, bro. We had real OGs on the block. We had real father figures and shit. You feel what I'm saying? We had unity in the community, bro. It was a lot of structure. You feel me? Like, and I feel like by us not seeing that nowadays, it's a lot of people don't understand what that feel like. It's a lot of people growing up in a time, they don't understand what it feel like to have a community full of people who coming together to serve a greater purpose in the community and shit. And I really think that because you got to understand, man, if you was born in 2000, you 25 years old. You feel me? You 25 years old. The year 2000 was 25 years ago. Just think about that shit. So we in a whole nother era with a whole nother generation. And shit, you know, a lot of the kids that was born in 2005, they 20 years old and shit now. And so they got their own way of looking at life and how they feel like things supposed to be and what they getting used to. And what they don't know is that it was a time, man, before all this social media shit and all this extra shit going on nowadays. It was a time where you can go outside, you can play, you can motherfucking, like, you know, do all kind of shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just ain't got to worry about being depressed. You ain't got to worry about nobody doing nothing to you. You ain't got to worry about nobody trying to rob you and shoot you and shit like that, man. It was much more simple back then. You feel what I'm saying? That's why our mamas and shit, and I know a lot of people, y'all can identify with this shit. A lot of our mamas used to always tell us, you better take your ass outside and play. You feel me? Take your ass outside and play. And we used to be out there damn near all day until the street lights come on. You feel me? And it's not like that no more. You don't see kids outside past a certain time no more. And I get it because it ain't safe like it used to be and shit like that. But back then, bro, it was just different. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we had real neighborhood watch, bro. We had real life unity, bro. You feel me? And I'm not saying it wasn't problems, because it was. But we had an era, bro, like, the music, bro, was different, bro. We had real music, bro. Genuine, Ursha, 212, man. A Jagged Edge, you feel what I'm saying? We had real musician artists, man, and shit like that, you feel me? And Master P, man, shit, I can go down the list. Cash Money, you feel me? Real musician artists who like to make music, and not none of this bullshit just talking about killing and shaking ass all day. Like, we had real artists, Alicia Keys, you feel what I'm saying? Shit, for real though. And it's like, a lot of that shit is damaging the way we think and the way the youth think today. It's programming them to think and live a certain kind of way, you feel me? And they don't have nothing to do even while they at home. Because back then, shit, in the 90s and the early 2000s, we had WWF, Stone Cold Steve Austin, shit, man. We had The Rock, you know what I mean? We had Rikishi, Vince McMahon, and motherfucking Undertaker, and Kane, and Triple H, and you know what I'm saying? We had a certain kind of lifestyle, bro, that, like, the kids of today and the people of today will never understand, dog. They'll never understand. We used to be outside all day playing throw-up tackle at the park, or playing football, you feel what I'm saying? Like, football in the streets and shit, basketball at the park and shit like that, you feel me? All fucking day, dog. And it's like, they'll never understand. And I kind of feel for this generation, or feel for these younger kids that's growing up, because all they know is social media and games and shit like that, and a lot of them depressed because it's no more unity. Everybody is isolated. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even the food was different. Like, shit, man, the food was way different back then, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the chicken didn't taste how it tastes today. Like, motherfucking you know, meat and all this shit wasn't processed. The fruits and all that shit wasn't processed like it is nowadays. We wasn't dealing with hella artificial flavors and shit. We had different brands and shit I don't even see no more that's in the stores from back then. I remember they had the bubblegum soda from back then and shit. They don't even see that kind of shit. They had the Joneses. Y'all remember them Jones? Them motherfucking drinks called the Jones. Them motherfuckers was hella good. You feel what I'm saying? You get some, you get some hot chips, pour the motherfucking cheese over the hot chips, and you get one of them Jones, them old school drinks, and nigga, you good to go with a hot burrito, shit, or a beef bean burrito. Man, they don't do it like they used to do it no more. Everything is fucking high. Everything is out of order. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everything is poisonous. The community is fucked up. Nobody don't want to communicate with each other. I remember when we used to go to the store back then when we was kids. We used to get the whole pack of Ho-Hos. Remember the whole box? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you. These right here, because I still be buying them and shit for my son. We used to get these right here. I'm going to show y'all right what I'm talking about. Remember these? I know y'all remember these right here. These right here, it's like $6. I remember these used to only cost $1.50 to get the whole box. They was only like $1.50 back then to get the whole box. Same thing with the Ho-Hos and the Nutty Butters and all that shit like that. The zebra cakes. I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was just sitting up here basically reminiscing, bro, about the good old days, about the 90s and shit, man. We had Outkast. Remember Outkast, man? Sorry, Miss Jackson. Like, all kind of different music, bro. You would never hear today. Like, real artists, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And it's different, bro. We living in a different world, different times. And the kids of today and the people of today, too, because you got a lot of adults that's like 23, 24, 25. I ain't gonna say 20. If you over like, if you in your late 20s, you know what I'm talking about. If you in your 30s and your 40s, you know what I'm talking about. But if you under the age of like 23, you really probably don't know what I'm talking about. You feel me? Like, and I think, you know, the music got a lot to do with it. The food got a lot to do with it. It's no more guidance out here. It's no more unity. That got a lot to do with why this world is fucked up. And I think a lack of communication, a lack of being out in nature, a lack of being outside. A lot of people don't even go outside no more. Like, you feel me? I think this got a lot of shit to do with why we in this position and why a lot of people was in a state of depression and why this economy in this world is just fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to have a lot of money to live back then. That's the thing about it. Like, you didn't have to be rich or to make six figures or all that shit like that. You didn't have to have all that. That one box of motherfucking cupcakes I just showed y'all cost $1, you feel me? And me and my cousins and my sisters, we used to go to the store every fucking day, getting chips, all kind of shit. I'm talking about when they was cheap, the pack of Now and Laters, when they was only like 10 cents a pack. Like, you feel me? Like, it'd never be the same no more. Like, times has really changed. Like, you feel me? It's really ain't even no guidance when it comes to the youth. It's really not. They don't have no structure. They don't have no structure because they think that everything is about impressing somebody else. Everything is about trying to show off and be flashy and shit, man. We wasn't like that. We was outside all day long. You feel me? Till the street lights come on. We was outside playing football and shit. The girls playing double dutch and shit, or, you know, playing hopscotch. You know what I mean? Like, all kind of shit, dog. You feel me? Like, it'll never be the same, bro. The Boys and Girls Club. You don't even see Boys and Girls Clubs no more. You don't even see the YMCA no more. You feel what I'm saying? And things like that. And I'm from Oakland, and I remember a time when my auntie, she used to live on 82nd, and my grandma used to live around the corner from her on 81st. You feel me? And when my grandma used to live on 82nd, and my auntie used to live on 81st, and we used to go to the gym right there by the Walgreens on East 14th. You feel me? Right across the street from the Walgreens, it used to be like a YMCA, and we used to go up in there, man, and we used to watch like the Thunder, the Warriors mascot. It's like a mascot that the Golden State Warriors used to have and shit called Thunder, and he used to come in there and do all kind of tricks and flips and shit, and, you know, just put on the show for the kids, man. We don't even do that. We don't even got that kind of shit no more. You feel me? Like, and I really wish the kids of today and the people of today can, like, just see that shit, how we used to live, bro. Cause I think it'll eliminate a lot of stress, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. I think it'll eliminate the way people look at life. Cause a lot of people get to the point to where they ain't got no purpose. They don't want to live. They don't even want to go outside. You feel me? They don't want to be bothered with. And that shit ain't cool. You feel me? Like, that shit ain't cool. And I was just sitting up here thinking about all the good shit, man. Tom and Jerry and motherfucking you know, Looney Tunes, man, and Scooby Doo, and you feel what I'm saying? Like, they'll never understand that shit, dog. They'll never understand, dog. Like, we had Cartoon Network, you feel me? The Disney Channel. You dig what I'm saying? Life Channel. My mom used to always watch the Life Channel, bro. That used to be her favorite channel, dog. The Life Channel. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there. The Life Channel and shit. You know what I mean? The Life Channel shit. Moms used to be watching all the Lifetime stories and shit like that there. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, this shit'll never be the same. We had MTV, BET. You feel me? VH1, the real VH1, the real MTV and BET. Not none of that bullshit they putting on there nowadays. I don't know what they got. We had Stars, Cinemax, HBO. Man, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. It'll never be the same, bruh. And I know y'all remember the party line. Remember the party line? If you know, you know. You feel me? We ain't had social media back then, so it used to be this thing for the people that don't know. It used to be this thing called the party line back then. You used to have to get on the party line when you wanted to talk to other people. Like, you wanted to talk to a girl for the night, or for the girls, they probably wanted to talk to a boy for the night. It used to be this thing called the party line. You used to have to call the party line, and they'll hook you up with other people that's in your area. They'll hook you up with other people that's in your area and shit. We used to be me and my homies, we used to be on the party line all night talking to girls and shit, you feel me? Like, it'll never be the same, dog. Like, it'll never be the same, bro. Like, I think the 90s, us 90s babies and early 2000 babies, I think we had the best childhood ever, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, because it was right after the crack epidemic. It was right after that. And in the 60s and 70s, them kids was dealing with, like, the civil rights movement. But, you know, I just think, bro, at the end of the day, bro, it'll never be the same, dog. It'll never be the same. I was just sitting up here thinking about that shit, you feel me? Like, it'll never be the same, bro, you feel me? Like, these kids will never understand how we was living back then, bro. Never understand. I remember we used to go outside and we used to fix bikes and shit. We was only like 6, 7, 8 years old fixing bikes. Imagine that shit. We was like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old fixing on bikes. You know, fixing the inner tube, taking the inner tube out the tire and patching it up. And we was mechanics. You feel me? We was mechanics, my nigga. We know how to fix some shit. You know what I mean? We was fixing handlebars and tighten up all kind of shit on the bikes. And, man, it just will never be the same, bro, out this motherfucker, bro. You know what I mean? Used to go around the girls while they playing hopscotch and double dutch. You know what I mean? Trying to get a lick on one of the girls and shit like that. You know what I mean? And man, it just will never be the same, dog. It'll never be the same, dog. Real talk. I feel like the 90s era was the best era, dog. Like, it was the best era, bro. It was one of the best eras, bro. 'Cause we had real structure. We had real OGs, you feel me? We had real parents, too, that'll whoop your ass, too, bruh. It wasn't nothing like this new shit where kids can just talk back to their mamas and talk back to their fathers and shit without getting no ass whooping because of that shit or just doing what they want to do. Nah, you was going to get your ass whooped, homie. You feel me? You going to get your ass whooped, homie. And you better not do something that the community don't agree with. You'll get your ass whooped by Miss So-and-so next door and get your ass whooped by your mama. You feel me? Like, it's different. Schools was different. The way they teach kids nowadays in school is bullshit. They taking Black history out of school. They taking all the subjects that made school fun. You feel me? They don't even teach shit really in school no more to the kids like that. You feel what I'm saying? And it's different, bro. It's different nowadays. But anyways, man, I just wanted to make this video, man. You know, just going down memory lane from saying I missed the 90s era, bro. I missed the early 2000s and shit. So if you got any motherfucking questions, if you got any experiences, if you understand what I'm talking about, comment and subscribe. You feel me? Like and subscribe and put your thoughts in the comments. You feel me? And we can talk about it, man. What do you miss the most from the 90s? If you grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s, what do you miss the most? You feel what I'm saying? Like leave it down in the comment section and let me know. But until next time, y'all stay true and y'all stay blessed. One love.